What's up, bro?
What up, man?
Let's get this interview popping.
Yeah, what's cracking, man?
Mr. Soull.
What up? Let's get this thing popping, man. Before we get into this interview, I need to hear something.
You hear something?
I want you to spit something for me.
Okay.
What you got for me? Let me sit down and before we get into this, because you know people say they can rap, but can they rap? Holla at your boy.
Somebody called the cops. I just copped they spot. Now they hot. Feeling like a champ, but they're really not. Time to flop. Scoping them out. Black ops. Lyrical bodies making them drop. Bobbing and weaving. I'm knocking them out. Off with their hands without a doubt. Thirsty for more, but I'm bringing a drought. Planting my seeds. I'm in it to sprout. Off with your feet. Just gave you gout. Blessed by the best. My place got vouched. See me on TV while you sitting on your couch. In this game to win. It's time to bounce. New queen of the city. It's time to announce. Taking your throne. You just renounce.
I'm not beefing. Why you beefing? But you beefing. You still beefing. I'm not beefing. Why you beefing? But you beefing. You still beefing.
What's up, world? It's your man DJ Mista Soull, and this is a DJ's lifestyle. And right here to my right, I got Miss VA. We're about to get all into her business. She dropped a brand new project called Just Bossin'. She's a business owner, entrepreneur, philanthropist, all these things. We're about to get right into it. How you doing, sweetheart?
I am blessed and highly favored. How are you, Mr. Soull?
Always a good day, always a good day. We're gonna jump right into the most, easy question for an artist. Who are you? Let these people know who you are.
I'm Miss VA. I'm born Virginia Louise Smith out of Omaha, Nebraska. I'm a single mother of 3 beautiful children. I got a 16-year-old son, a 14-year-old daughter, and an 11-year-old daughter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a licensed cosmetologist. I'm a licensed massage therapist, LLC'd, and an independent artist. That's me. That's me.
Okay, so that's great. You went through that and you say you're an independent artist. In music, every artist feels like what they got to say is what the people want to hear. So what do you want the people to hear from you as an artist?
I want people to hear my story. I've been through a lot of things in life, and I do believe that the circumstances and obstacles that I overcame, a lot of people can relate to those.
Right.
A lot of music now, you hear the glam, the glory, you know what I'm saying, all this other type of stuff, but the actual substance of everyday people, what they going through, the experiences, that's what I talk about. That's what my music is about, and that's what I want people to hear.
So my questions with you, because I know you just a little bit, it's kind of just a little bit, kind of flow like that. You're doing a great job helping my segue. So what particular song on your album is a real reflection of life, of your real life? Because it's entertainment, but at the same time we write these songs, have these lyrics. Which song is like, this is from actual events? Or based on true events, as they say? You
did. I'm going to say Renaissance Woman.
Okay, explain that.
Renaissance Woman is a song that I wrote I was actually in tears writing that song.
Oh, wow, okay.
It talks about my story of dealing with domestic violence. It talks about the naysayers in your life, from family to friends, and just pushing through all of that. And just strangers or people that you never thought that you'd be having a conversation with, like you, Mr. Soull,
appreciate it.
supporting you. Just so unexpectedly. You know what I mean? And just remaining humble, even when you do pass that bridge.
Okay. So where do you get the humility from? Because in my opinion, people who cannot be humble is either from extreme success or they're so mad that they don't have success, they overcompensate with being conceited or narcissistic in a sense. So how do you have that balance?
I have an outlook on life that, I'm still not where I want to be, and I still want to strive to be my better self. I understand that I'm heavily flawed and I'm human. And just having expectation for myself and understanding people may not be at that same mental capacity that I am, and accepting them for that, I think that just helps me remain humble.
Right.
And just knowing that I can always grow. I can always be better.
Yeah,
you know what I
there's
mean?
no such thing as not growing. Even if you think you're at your last days, you can learn something. You can grow. That's
Right.
cool. In the music industry, do you think that women are treated justly?
Hell no.
Why not?
I think that just for me speaking personally from my own self, I feel like I had to come off matching these men.
The energy of the men?
The energy of these men.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I came out and I'm like, oh, she's angry. And it's like, but he can say the same thing.
Right.
But he's not angry though. But because I'm saying it and it's cutthroat and it's raw, I'm angry.
Right.
Okay, so now, okay, I'm not so cutthroat and angry, but if I'm dressed up, you know, I have to show a little more curve. I have to show all my femininity to be accepted, or I have to meet this status quo to be accepted. It's not you just look at me or you listen to my words and my music as an artist and understand where I'm coming from.
Right.
I have to, well, she's not this and she's not that. She's not that. Where a man can say whatever he wants, have his pants hanging off. You know what I mean? Talk about everything else that they're talking about and still be accepted. I feel like women have to work harder, or they have to present themselves in a sexual manner, or not. And
right. Okay, so you know, I'm gonna stay on this a little bit longer, because when it comes to that is a highlight of the argument, is that most artists that are women have to be more sexual. They have to show their skin and, you know, be all this, you know, looking like they're extremely promiscuous to get the music fans' attention, to sell, for anybody to work with them. Now, isn't that a choice of the woman to say, you know what, no one's hearing me. So since they're not hearing me, or they don't want my music, I'm gonna put my cleavage out. I'm gonna jump out here in the G-string and get their attention. That's a choice.
It is a choice.
Right?
It is.
Then on top of that choice, you've just got the wrong attention. So, and if women keep on pushing themselves out there like that, men are men. They're gonna look. They're gonna be like, oh wow, look at, you know, her looking this way that I'm attracted to. So how is that the industry's fault, as opposed to how much is the woman to blame for even presenting herself like that? Or, you know, if she doesn't want to do that, she does not have to.
She doesn't have to. It just I think that it just makes that road that much more intricate for her. I'm not gonna
I agree.
You know what I mean? But now I feel like we're at a time where minds are more open. Like you have the natural movement. You have the queen.
Right.
Like people are labeling themselves as queens and kings. And I've always kind of been on that with my music and just how I present myself. Still embracing my femininity. Still trying to have a little bit of a sexual appeal. But also, I'm a queen. You're not just going to talk to me or approach me any type of way. I'm not going to present myself to the world. Don't get it twisted. I do have that other side to me, but how I present it is completely different. So the industry oversaturating the market with that.
Okay.
And women making the choice to fit into that particular status quo does make it a little bit more difficult for me. However, instead of trying to fit in, I decided to kind of shift it. Still, that is a side of me, but just be very strategic about how I present it.
Right. Okay. Here's my take on that.
Okay.
With men and women, but we're talking about the women's side of this. No matter what you look like, no matter how you dress, we're talking about the music industry, right? Nothing trumps a hit. So no matter what you look like, how you dress, be a man or a woman, a hit is a hit. Because we've seen people in their personal life do things that should have just destroyed their whole career. And then they come back as a winner because they put out a hit record. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I like your perspective on that, and you know, and I always try to come from a different angle when it comes to asking these questions in the music industry with women, just so we can try to get more angles into instead of the one, because it's easy for me to agree with, yeah, women are subject to those things in the music industry, and that is how they get through. Because the men are still, you know, the gatekeepers, and they tell them, hey, bounce your titties up and down, excuse me, but you know,
Right.
if you want to, you know, make it, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, ultimately, the way you're going about it is great. And I'm gonna tell you this: if a man finds a woman attractive, it don't matter what she got on.
No, it doesn't.
She can have on big baggy sweats. He's trying to get at her.
She can even be pregnant. Personal experience.
Wow.
Just saying.
Wow, that's crazy. All right, let me get back to my questions. All right. So, you know, I will, you know, full disclosure for the people that I had asked Miss VA, you know, did she have any questions that I cannot ask? Is there a PR person behind me that said don't ask that? She says no, full throttle. You can go do your thing. So, one of the things I want you to expound on for me is the rant you put on social media.
Oh. The rants I put on social media.
Yes.
I love my city.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm born and bred and raised Omaha, Nebraska. And I've always, even before I started really focusing on writing my music, recording and things like that, I've always supported.
Right.
I remember hearing about you in Planet Soul, you know, I want to be up in there, you know what I mean? Hearing about you as a DJ and just all these different artists and just being there, supporting them and be like, dang, I wish I want to be on stage. And then seeing people that I grew up with and be like, dang, that's awesome.
Right.
But it was like, there was still this, you know, I'm better than you type of energy that they put off.
Is it that, or is that your perception?
That is my perception.
Okay.
I mean, actions speak louder than words. Actions speak louder than words. You know what I'm saying? But that was my perception. But even then, you know, it was just like still cool. All right.
Yeah.
So when I decided to actually pursue music, you know, push, because I keep hearing your poetry. That's a song right there. You should do it. You should do it. You should do it. When I ask people that I grew up with that are out there that could give me some insight or steer me in the right direction, I got shoved to the side or brushed off. Or when I actually had the opportunity to perform in front of these people, no love, no, you know, hey, you know, you did a good job, or hey, let's network. It was people like I didn't even know, other artists that were showing me that love, or, you know, people who I've never performed before, don't even know, you know, that show me that love and that respect. And it's like, even now with those doors not being open for me, I created more doors for myself. I started doing my own showcases, you know, inviting whoever wanted to be on that showcase. This is how you do. This is how you grow. Giving them insight that nobody was giving me. And just even with me doing that, the support was minute for people who I feel should have supported. Now, fast forwarding, what really inspired that rant was the fact that I just released my first music video, Just Bossin'. It was the same videographer that I had reached out to for these other two videos. I had put thousands of dollars into this project. And he sat on my project for over a month. And then when he sent me the video, it wasn't even a complete video. I can tell how he just drag and dropped my clips. And I was really hurt.
He gave you that movie maker.
He gave me that movie maker shit.
That PC movie maker.
And this isn't the first time that this happened to me. You know, even with recording in different studios, like my voice is turned down. I'm hearing background noise. Like I literally want to go into a studio, record. You say, you need to do that over again. You know what I'm saying? And then you take your craft, you take my craft, and you take your profession or what you do, and you chef it the way it needs to be. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. And they didn't do that. So that rant was inspired by that video, because I put so much time into it. This is my second video, my third video. You had it for over a month. I've been patient, and how you came about that, when I'm the type of person, I never flexed when it came to what you asked. Right. You even know that experience. Right. Like when I called you, I was like, hey, I'm looking for a DJ. You was like, well, I take this deposit, do Cash App, boom, or PayPal, boom. Right. I'm about my business. Right. You give me good service, I will be more than happy to spend my money. But that really gut punched me. It hurt my soul because I've been so genuine. I've supported people, and for you to take something that I worked so hard to put together and spend so much money as a single mother, as an entrepreneur, you take my money
and then don't deliver.
Right,
yeah. So, Just Bossin' is the name of the album.
Yes.
And Just Bossin' is the first single off the album?
No. Just Bossin' is the first video. Yes.
With a video. Let me complete my thought. So let me get that. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. So on here, this look like you're doing your queen thing, as we're talking about right here. Whole boss situation going on. So he handed me this right here. I'm gonna get to another question. So explain to me about the whole Just Bossin' and why that title, the movement, because you don't seem to strike me as a person that just puts words together without it meaning something.
So, Just Bossin', like even the words, you know, what she doing, she not posting. I'm too busy adulting and bossing.
That was lyrics from the song.
That was the lyrics from the song.
Oh, okay.
I don't get on social media like that. As a matter of fact, I hate social media.
It's an unnecessary evil.
It is. It really is. It's time consuming. It takes away from so much. You know, you go down your timeline and it's, you know, negativity.
That's why marketing managers are making money now.
Yes, that is so why they're making money. However, you know, it's me. You know, I've done try to join this team. And every time I've joined a team or try to be a part of the team, you know, I didn't see the work matching what I was given.
Right.
You know, they couldn't reciprocate my efforts.
Right.
And I kind of just test the waters for a little bit. After one, I'm just like, you know what, forget it. You know, I got to do my thing. So in saying that, I've had to make sacrifices and do certain things so that I can still take care of my children, so that I can still fulfill my career and still push myself as an artist, an independent artist, you know. So that's pretty much what it's about. I released 5 singles. Taking the boss role of my life and what I want to do. I decide I want to do something, I'm going to pull the trigger, I'm going to do it. I'm going to make sure I got everything in order or figure it out or gain these different resources and networks so that I can make it happen.
That's dope. You have a lot of passion, you know, and that comes through. And I think people who get a chance to, you know, listen to your music, especially talk to you, will gravitate to that. Because now we're actually in a wave like, yeah, you can give people really, really good music that's going to win. But some people gravitate to the person. And then they get to the music. You know what I mean? So just get them one at a time. Now, as a writer, and you're creating an album, how many songs on this? How many songs we got on here?
There's 18 songs on there.
So how many songs did you write before you narrowed it down to 18? Because that's like early 2000s, 1990s type of album. You know what I mean? Like,
how many songs did I write? Well, shoot, my mixtape Verbal Assassins, that had 15 tracks on it.
Okay.
So before, just all in all, it was about 33 songs altogether, and that's not even including like features that I've had on other songs.
So you actually have another project that's sitting over there you could put together then?
I mean, technically, yes.
Okay, that's great. Sticking with the whole music thing, one thing about hip hop, the genre of hip hop, there's these 4 elements, you know, DJing, rapping, graffiti, and breakdancing. And outside of graffiti, which it still is, because, no, I'll take that back, I won't even say that, graffiti is too. All 4 of these elements are super competitive.
Yeah.
Are you a competitive artist?
I compete with myself. There's still that in the back of your mind, like, well, they're there and I'm trying to get there, but ultimately it's still the competition within myself on how I can grow, because I want to feel good about it. If I feel good about it, can't nobody necessarily tell me anything.
I think you should have answered that in my own opinion. Like, yes, and with myself. Because I'm gonna say this, when I first saw you with the Elks, I think it was.
Yes.
And I'm back there, you know, in my place doing the turntables, and this VA is announced, and you know, drove the track. I was like, it was pretty, like the beat you had was just very raw. It wasn't a lot to it at all. And then when you started rapping, when you started spitting, I was just like because I'm behind you, so I can't catch all the lyrics. You know how, because the sound's projected that way. But I was blown away. I was amazed that this little bitty person came out here and just, you know, took control of that microphone, and you was in that mic, you was in that song, you was in that moment. And what really got me, I don't think that first song had a hook. Like, it was like, here I am, and I'm busting all your face open. Do you recall the song that you did?
Get Money. It's on the album.
It is?
Yes.
Okay, great. So now y'all know, because that.
I remember that.
Yeah, man, that was a great performance. Like, that there's ways to shut down spots where people are like, and there's ways to shut down spots where people are like, oh, okay, that's what we doing.
Right.
So that's why I say, yeah, everyone competes with themselves, but nah, you was out there to cut heads, and all the rappers that were in the building that night knew that. Like, if you didn't know they knew it, I'm telling you, it's a problem. And when any artist is a competition, that's why there's, quote, no love from your city. It's always a competition. Yeah. Long as the competition doesn't become dirty, or you backstab and talking about people or trying to, meet that other artist's demise, it's always going to be hip-hop. So that's how all artists should look at it, including yourself. Yeah. So if I'm a rapper or even a singer and I'm trying to get to the same spot you getting to, and there's only one spot there, it's self-preservation is what's going to prevail.
Yeah. Survival of the fittest.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how you did that performance, and that's to be the mentality for the the rest of this. We coming to a wind down. When creating this album, tell me the best and the worst moments.
Oh, the best moments were performing.
Mm-hmm.
And just getting the feedback, because I released it in I came out with my EP Renaissance Woman,
right, which
had Renaissance Woman, Can't Relate, and Back from Scratch on there. Then I came out with Get Money, the one you saw, and then I came out with Raw Dope. So and then I came with the album together. So just doing that incrementally, just seeing what feedback I would get and the reactions and response that I got from people. Right. I would say that for me was the best moments. The worst part of creating this album was the thousands of dollars that I spent into studios, re-recording the same song in a different studio. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's bad.
That's very bad.
So never go back to that studio.
I don't go back to those. Yeah. And
whoever you work with or any artist you cool with, don't send them to that studio either.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Is it easy to find out where that studio is?
I mean, if you do enough research, look at enough rants, you can kind of figure that out.
Okay,
figure that out.
You gotta figure that out. All right. So this was interesting. Just the CD itself. We're in a digital age. Mm-hmm. Everyone is mostly consuming their music on the internet. What made you do a physical CD?
I did a physical CD because I still like CDs. I know other people still like CDs. Right. I still ask, do you like CD? Do you have any CDs?
Oh, wow, okay.
So I needed to do that. Plus, when I decide to actually go out and perform, again, I want to have something that I can physically to give to people. However, just my experience with, having CDs, not everybody really wants the CD, and we are in a digital age. Right. So I did make sure that I'm on every digital platform that you can stream music from or purchase or download, so that I could be like, hey, go check out Miss VA on Spotify, or hey, go check out Miss VA on YouTube, just so that I have the physical aspect and I have the digiral aspect all taken care of.
You have the website as well?
Yes, I have onemissva.com.
Number one, or you spell out?
ONE, like Omaha, Nebraska. ONE, Miss VA, MISSVA.com.
All right.
And then also have the one page, one site, you know, the solo, SOLO.TO/Miss VA.
Right.
So yeah.
So anyway, any way they want, but they can honestly just go to onemissva.com and get to all those other platforms from the website.
Yeah. Or you can Google just Boston. You can Google the album.
Okay.
And boom, 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 boom.
This artist person pops up, and her name is Miss VA.
Yes.
It's going down. The album is out now. Go to the shows, wherever she's going to be at. You can get the physical ones. Can they mail order the physical copies?
I mean, you can hit me up. I haven't necessarily added that aspect to the website. That is coming. But you can pretty much stream it from anywhere. And if you inbox me, hey, Cash App, whatever, we can make. We're gonna make it happen. We're gonna find a way to get it to you. We're gonna find a way.
All right, it's going down. I am DJ Mista Soull. This is a DJ's lifestyle. That is Miss VA, and we just did us our first rap with it, man. Make sure y'all pick up the album. Go to the website onemissva.com, man. I'll holler at y'all. Peace.
My silence is power. Just know that I'm coming at any given hour. My loyalty priceless. Just know that you cross me, I'm leaving you past tense. My fortress unbreakable. Just know that I built it from nothing, I'm capable. My movement is massive. Just know that my front line, I'm forced to be reckoned with. Check yourself or get checked. Give me respect, I expect. Queen of hearts, often heads. My kingdom solid, I'm breaking bread. Keep it coming, I relish the test. I do my best, never claim to be best. I know my worth, but do you know yours? I'm all about action, loose lips I ignore. If I'm tested, I'm contesting. No guessing nor stressing. Making messes of you bitches who be jealous. I'm not beefing, just bossing. Regardless of the pauses, don't be mad cause I'm the light and you got blinded. I'm not beefing. Why you beefing? But you beefing. You still beefing. I'm not beefing. Why you beefing? But you beefing. You still beefing.